Welcome back to some more Actions and Stuff news. Version 1.3.1 has officially come out. There are some new features in this 1.3.1 update. So let's take a look at all these new features. The first one is hiding behind our chicken right over here. We got new variations for all the baby chickens. I guess I could just grab an egg actually. That would be much easier. Yeah! Brown egg, blue egg, every egg, egg. If we throw enough of these eggs, we will see the new baby chicken variants are just a little bit different. If we come over here and throw a few eggs, we'll see the baby chicken looks like that. It looks pretty cute. But there's variants for the blue one. If we get it, there we go. We can see him right there. He's looking pretty cool. He's got a little bit of a hair thing going on. And the brown one as well, which we saw earlier. Look at that guy. He's just so cute. It'll be fun to have these different variants running around your world that you can check out. This next one has to do with two specific spawn eggs, and that is the glow squid and the Vex. Previously, these two weren't emissive while they were in their egg form in your hand, but now they are. Something I didn't know about the Vex is that when you spawn him, he also has emissive eyes. Honestly, I haven't looked at this guy, but he looks really cool. The glow squid, honestly, he's just a glow squid, so it's just him. So that is also kind of interesting, but I really like the Vex. I do think this is a very cool. It helps you actually be able to see them because they are very deadly. So new features for both of these. Here we are in the prop world. This next one has to do with props and the pale moss carpet. So if you don't know how to get these, feel free to look at my video right here. The gist of it is you get a name tag with the two squiggles. You do that very differently on many different devices, but once you do that, you put that on an armor stand. Once you do that, you give it a special item and it will become a prop. Now that we're here in our world, right here we have is the moss carpet, but let's replace it with the pale moss carpet and it turns gray. It's pretty simple, but now you have a pale moss carpet. Cool beans. This next one is one that was implemented for the cow when it came out, but is now implemented for the mushroom. And that is this cow, he's got a nose. This guy also has a nose, but he also has floppy ears. So we got floppy ears for the mushrooms, I guess. I think they're kind of cool. Are you gonna move them? You're just gonna walk away. I see how it is. Okay, buddy, you need to chill out. He just got floppy ears, and that's pretty cool. The floppy ears for the mushrooms is only in the x16 resolution. Just to let you know. Many people have been confused about the different resolution types. So x16 is this texture pack version. This has a lot of different textures for literally everything in the game. As you can tell, the chests obviously don't look like normal chests, but they do. Yeah, this is just the texture pack, and all the textures have been changed. As you can see from these guys holding gold weapons, they obviously look different, and that's just what a texture pack does. And to change this, go to your world, hit edit, go down to resource packs. Once you find this right here, hit the drop down if you want to see technical details, but you want to go to the settings. Click on that and you can modify the resolution type. So we're going to change it to the vanilla experience, but it will still have 3D items and things like that. Here we are in the x32. This is just vanilla. It is honestly just the regular vanilla textures, but as you can see, we still have the 3D items. And you also have the enchanted glow for the vanilla experience. Obviously, the animations work as well. Thought I'd just let you know about that. This next feature also has to do with some emissive textures, and that is the Ocelot. His eyes will now be emissive, so you'll be able to see them from a lot further away. It'll be pretty cool. So this will match a little bit better with having the cat's glowing eyes. These guys have emissive eyes, and the Ocelots have emissive eyes. This next change has to do with using an Elytra. Obviously, it doesn't work in this third person, so if you go to first person, one of the bugs is that all your mob eggs down here, would fall as you fell with your Elytra. However, that is not the case anymore. They are now going to stick in your hand and not fly away. You know, that might be kind of nice to have, so they're not flying away everywhere you go. Also, if you like this map, there is a link to it. It is by Frodo. Link in the description. This is an amazing fantasy world map. Please check him out on MCPE DL, because this map is just immaculate. I love it. I really like the red trees. The next one we have is pretty small, but if we get an iron golem right here, he is out of here. Where do you think you're going, buddy? Also, spiders crawl on the side of the walls. That's pretty cool. Yo, and they have emissive eyes. I kind of forgot about that, but that is a cool feature nonetheless. Anyway, if you come up to an iron golem and you hit him with a sword, you're gonna see these particles pop up just like that. So these particles now have been removed from the x64 experience. So instead of looking like this, it will just be the vanilla particles. Another random thing that has to do with a bunch of spawn eggs is that the horse, donkey, mule, zombie horse, skeleton horse, and round compatibility when pairing actions and stuff with the very old add-ons could cause them to be invisible. That has now been fixed. The next random little thing is that the mushroom's nose, bro, why do they keep walking away? Oh my goodness. So the mushroom's nose in the Times 64 experience was flat, but now it's been updated to reflect all the models of the cow having that 3D nose. This next feature fixed a little bit of a bug. When you go in the water, you will have a wading animation. Apparently this was bugged when you're using a shield and any other item, but that now has been fixed and it looks good. It looks really good. And we got splash particles. Woo! This next one also has to do with the water, and when I did my review of a 1.3, I just thought this was how it is. But in the vanilla and Times 64 experience, when you break blocks over the water, they will now splash normally and not have the missing textures. So if we get a few blocks like this and break them, we'll be able to see all the normal block particles right there. This next little fix has to do with name tags, but this is honestly a feature I don't know if I just missed out on or it is in one of my old videos, but I just completely missed it. So if you get this name tag small and you spawn a bee just like that, if we put small on it, it's gonna turn it into a
What?
It is now a tiny bee. Oh my goodness. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now this should be working. So let's get a few more of these in here. Tiny bees! Oh, that's so cool. They actually add a little bit more of an ambiance and are, I think, a little bit more regular size. So that is now fixed. This next one was pretty funny. So here's a screenshot of what it did, and we're gonna show what it's updated like. Because apparently, charge creepers had pig ears? What? And credit goes to this person right here, because it's pretty funny. So if you get a creeper and hit them with a channeling trident, or they just get hit by lightning, they will no longer have pig ears. So I guess that's a plus. Now a few of these next features are a little bit more difficult to show off. So I'm gonna read through them real quick. Fixed incorrectly offset cape in the paper doll when using a short skin. Fixed the moss carpet prop being invisible when viewed from underneath. Fixed jelly and ragdoll cats not having emissive eyes in the Times 32 experience. So previously the cat's eyes were not emissive in the Times 32, which is the one I'm in right now, but now they all are and should be working perfectly. Fixed the chicken lead being misplaced. Fixed agent spawn egg not using emissive material. What the heck is agent? Hold on, let me do a quick Google search. What the heck is an agent? Why is it? What's wrong with the egg? Fixed agent spawn egg not using emissive material. Hold up. Oh, I see. So I didn't even know this was a thing. You learn something new every day. 156. What? Oh, my inventory. That's not super helpful if my inventory is full. Oh, 156. Let's try that. Oh, agent spawn egg. What? You do need a space between these two. This one and that one, they need a space. Yo, I didn't know this was a thing. What was this guy? Oh, so this guy has an emissive little texture. Oh, I didn't even know this was in the game. Oh, it didn't even spawn anything. Is there something here? Is it just invisible? Anyway, you can get him, and there's a screenshot of what he's supposed to look like. So that's been fixed, apparently. Fix the camel and Raider llama playing their rotation animation when in their UI. Fix the horse-like mobs not playing their falling and landing animations. Fix 3D armor from other resource packs having white on the texture. Fix piglins having a pixel over their eye in Times 64. Fix toast and white rabbits not using the correct texture in Times 64. Fixed armor stand having a one leg instead of two in Times 64 for better vanilla parity. Fixed the missing skeleton horse footstep sounds. So these guys should have some new footsteps, because last time we checked, they didn't have those. Place them down. There we go. They have their horse sounds back. Fix the Z fighting on the cold chicken butt feather texture. Fix the husk eye glow not correctly rotating in Times 32. And the fixed persona items clipping through their armor, such as tall hair or hats. But let's take a look at the husk in Times 32, because he's pretty cool. These guys, their eyes have been fixed for emissive textures. Oh, look at those. Those are so cool. I really like that. It's good stuff. There you go, actions and stuff, version 1.3.1. And if you want to see my whole 1.3 review, because there's a ton of other stuff in that review, feel free to check out the video right here. Thanks for watching. Bye.